Welcome back, my dear class 11 student. So this is a class of accountancy and we are going through the chapter trial balance and rectification of error. Now trial balance, I have discussed all about trial balance, what is trial balance and how we'll do that, how we'll match. And the last class we just started what is rectification of error, how we rectify if any error made in your accounts. So in case of rectification, I already told that you cannot cut through or cannot make and use an whitener for that, and what are the reason behind it, that's also I told you. Now whatever rectification we'll do through our journal. Okay. Now and last class I also take an example through that I have shown you how we rectify if there is a name mistake or you debited or credited something wrongly. And so what is the process you can rectify? You have to make right journal entry and wrong journal entry, and through that you can come to a point what will be the actual journal entry you have to make to rectify that. So today we will take an example from your NCERT book. That is page number 229. Rectify the following errors. Question number 4. Now first there is number A. Salary paid to 5,000 was debited to employee's personal account. Salary paid rupees 5,000 was debited to employee's personal account. Now what is the right entry to salary payment? The right entry of salary payment is salary account debit, to cash, salary account debit to cash, okay, 5,000, and this is also 5,000. Instead this is a right entry, okay, this is a right entry. Now what is the wrong entry? Wrong entry they made, instead of that they actually made what? They actually made employees personal account debit. Now what they made? Employees personal account debit to cash. This is also 5,000 and 5,000. Now if you see the wrong entry also, now both the cases, one thing they get right, that is cash is credited in both the entry. Both the entry cash is credited. So I said in a previous class, what is the right they made, you just ignore. Or wrong they made, instead of salary they actually debited employee in a wrong entry. So we have to reverse that. For correct it, what we will do? We will do salary account debit and we credited that, so that should be nullified. Okay. Last day I discuss about if you open a ledger account, and there I showed you how the debit entry can be credited, and there is a balance will be same. So in our accountancy we do not cut through or use any markup or whitener for rectify the entry. Okay, we cannot cut this and write that this entry is wrong, then you made this. As you made this entry, you have to rectify this entry. Okay, you make another journal for that. So there is a format of journal is there. You know what is the journal format. There is a date, particulars, ledger folio, rupees and debit and credit is there. Okay. So as there is no date, you can serial number you can write date or serial number. And what would be the entry? Here you have to write salary account debit to employees personal account should be credited, because you have already debited wrongly. Employees personal account will be credited. That the amount is 5,000 and 5,000. Now you wrongly debited the employee, now you just credited, then this balance will be nullified. And what will be the journal? Being salary paid to employees debited the personal account of employees and lastly you have to write now rectify it. This is the new thing, now rectify it. So actually salary paid to employees debited the personal account of employees, now rectified. So salary expenses, you cannot debit the personal account. In case of payment you can do that, but when you are booking the expenses, you are actually making the journal entry of expenses. What would be the right journal? Salary account debit to cash. Instead of that you have done employees personal account debit. Now you just credit this so that the entry should be rectified. Now rent paid. In case of rent paid rupees 4,000 was posted to landlord's personal account. So another expense you made and posted landlord's personal account. In case of expenses, whatever expense you have made, how you will record? That will be expense will be debited as per normal nominal account. So rent account will be debited. Rent account will be debit to cash. Instead of that, this will be the right entry. Instead of that, what you have done landlord's account debit. Landlord's account debit to cash. Okay, landlord account debit to cash and the amount is 4,000. Carriage amount is 4,000 and 4,000. So you have to look, the right entry is that, a wrong entry is that. Here also the common is one thing corrected, the two cash. They credited the cash in both the side. In right entry they credited the cash also, and in the wrong entry they credited. So cash will be ignored. So that is the right posting they actually made. Right journal they actually made. But what is wrong thing is happened, instead of rent they debited the landlord. So we have to credit this, then it will be matched. And rent account, what will be right account? The right thing should be debited, that is rent account should be debited, because they actually not posted anything in rent. Okay, instead of rent they actually debited the landlord's account. So here will be the same thing. Will be happen, that is instead of salary we have to write rent account debit to landlord's personal account. And what will be the amount? 4,000 and 4,000. Now here also you have to write journal, narration, being rent paid debited the landlord personal account now rectified. Okay, so the marks, this is the solution, and the whatever I am doing in the below of that is working. There is no marks for working. You can work, your marks will be count on upon journal. Okay, so after a few days, after practice, you can easily understand what should be debit and what should be credit. You have to make, and you can directly post whatever the right thing you have to do. Okay, so for today, that's all. Hope you are understood what actually I am want to make you understand. Thank you for watching. Hope you are well and safe in your home. Thanks.